What?
Okay.
Mr. Tyler.
Hey, Adam.
Good morning. I'm gonna start the website right now, man. Like right now.
Okay.
Okay, man. Does that count as present?
You what, being on the website?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gotta stay in the class. So, what's this? Okay, these are other credit recovery students. Okay, let me stop this clock. Cool. So you're here about a minute early. That's awesome. Rush, thanks for the message. I was just reading it while I was talking to Adam. Um, yeah, this is. Thank you. I needed that, sir. I'm gonna log this. All right. So, welcome to class, Courtney. Uh, we're gonna give you 5 more minutes, everybody, because I know people are coming in a little bit late. Give you a 5 minute grace period. Oh, hello. Stop gang banging Miss Childs over there. Good morning.
She is crazy.
She is coming to class with good energy.
Hey, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Itemitis told me to go to this website so I could do some work on it.
Okay.
So I could get out the class. But I'm still present. But he's gonna let you know.
Right. As long as you stay present. He doesn't let me know anything yet, but as long as you stay present, that's cool. I figure he's probably trying to help you out. Yeah,
So
everybody's like
can I
raise
do the
hand.
website that he signed me to?
Yeah, he said you can do it, but long as you stay present in this class.
Yeah, you
Right.
thought you was gonna mark me absent today, Mr. Tyler.
No. So 4 more minutes, everybody. Whomever's working with Adamitis or anybody from that team, you have to still be present, and they're going to try to help you guys out. But you have to stay present. What was I saying? 3 more minutes. Let me do attendance again. So we got Gray here. Glad you guys came to class. I'm starting to see some of these scores. We got to do better, you guys. Um, what are we at? Second period. Let's try to start this day off pretty good. Those that you have me for credit recovery, hey, I know you guys want to graduate with your cohorts. Please take advantage of it. Um, that's during lunch, basically. Okay, Gabe, why are you raising your hand?
Mr. Tyler.
He just testing out the features.
Yeah, I see they all are. Everybody's raising hand. Yes, Miss Childs.
Were we still doing the when you told me we had to do the, I don't know if it was for your class, but when we had to watch something and then we gotta do, I think it was um some essay or something like that.
Oh, well, that was Monday, but I could extend it. Like I was saying, it's due by Monday, but thanks for remembering.
You
It's
gonna put it in SB?
um yeah, but okay, yeah, I gotta post it for you.
Okay.
But that was the extra credit assignment you're talking about, so you remembered. So Angel is not here, Aaliyah's not here, Frida Johnson's not here. Let me re-say this. Liza Curtis is absent. Jacqueline Camacho, I don't see her name yet. All right. Okay, so let me recycle this, make sure it saves. Yes, it did. That's everybody. Okay, so let's continue on. And Rush, can you follow up with Adamitis and about Adam and get confirmation? Because I don't want to mess up his score today. If that is the agreement they have, and just let me know if that's a solid thing. I'm gonna lower your hand, Gabe. Okay. All right. So let's get into our norms, everybody. Okay. What's this, Gabe? Are you still raising your hand again? Oh Lord. Okay. So anyway, let's go through our 5 academic norms. I think we're about out of time for the latecomers. Right. Well, no, you got a minute. They got a minute. Let me be fair. She said you gonna mark me late. That was not the purpose. Doing my job. That's doing my job. So since that chat feature is going to be primarily off and share screen as well, you guys could now use your raise hand button. I was trying to save that for later, but you guys already tested it out, so we know it works. All right. See here, well, about 30 more seconds. Again, you got a question, raise your hand or speak up. But that feature seems to be available. I thought that was cool. Miss Vega, yes. What can I do for you?
Can I take Gerald Gray for the STAR test?
Sure can.
Okay, Gerald, I need you to follow this link in the chat, please.
Let me open up the chat for you because I think I disabled it. Go ahead, try now. So you should be able to put that in there. There you go. All right. So take that link with you. Time is up for anybody arriving late. We're about to get started on our norms and our assignment for today. Wouldn't mind that. That was computer science, everybody. And now, norms. Just come scroll to the top. I'm going to go down the list and call your name. This is a quality check for technology. For one, to make sure your microphone's working. I take note if no one else does. Two, to make sure your camera's working. And then three, you're attentive and participate in one of our norms. All right, so the 5 basic norms. Let's start down the list. Adam, are you there? Can you read number 1?
No one has the right to hurt another person.
Thank you, sir. Courtney, number 2.
Education in classroom is sacred.
Thank you. Gabriel, number 3.
We will never be having to discuss ourselves, our school, our family.
Thank you, sir. Miss Childs, number 4.
At Excel Academy Southwest, student is always a lady or a gentleman.
Thank you, ma'am. The 5 academic norms. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about number 5. We take pride in Excel Academy of Southwest. How could I not say that? So the 5 academic norms. We're going to go through it. The top of the list is Adam. Can you read number 1?
We respect the culture of a classroom.
That's number 2, but okay. So Courtney, it's okay. So Courtney, can you read number 1 then? You raised your hand.
Others.
Okay. You raised your hand. You have a question, Courtney?
Oh, I mean,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still getting the hang of it. Number 3 would be Gabriel.
We are attentive to participate.
Yes, very important one. Thank you. Number 4, Miss Childs.
We have high expectations for ourselves, our peers, and our teachers.
Please do. Please do. Thank you. And number 5, we are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors. Welcome to class, Miss Camacho. All right. Mark her present. All right. You share this to the office too. I thought I did that already. There is a lag in SB. Come here. There we go. All right. So all that done. What we're working on today is pretty much you make sure first your screens are sized. We have one screen that you can work on and another screen that you can review and use for tools like calculators and so on and so forth. So let me get this cleaned up for you guys. That was computer science stuff. Get that out the way. And we're going to make sure we're logged into our Gmail account, everybody. Okay, so click on that and this icon or your profile and come down to the one you use. Mine is a teacher account. After you do that, these 9 boxes here, this Google Apps icon will appear. Click on that, go to Docs, and create a blank document. Once you do that, you want to side by side your screen with Edsby. This is how you're able to follow along with what I'm doing. So make sure you're in your second period class where we're at.
Mr. Tyler,
Yes.
we name our document how we usually name it.
Yes. Do now on the date, today's date.
Okay, with second
Right.
period and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, the header. Yep. The
Okay.
same way we're about to do it.
All right.
Okay, you raised your hand. Who was that, Gabe? Would you like to raise your hand? Do you have a question or no? No, you just okay. You just messing with me. All right, he's playing with the hand feature. Okay, so let's continue on. Who can tell me for 15 points what today's title is? And it's in SB. I'm gonna turn the chat for a moment. Somebody can type it in there.
Average velocity.
Courtney took it. Okay, okay, pretty good. All right, so it's like he says, sprint training. All right, and that's our do now. First thing you want to do is this is what Miss Childs is asking is type up our title of the document so you can find it for your tests. So do now. I gotta remember to talk to you guys about asynchronous days. So you come to office hours or any teacher's office hours to catch up on work. So 11/2020, 18th of November. November is flying by. But I hit her, right? And again, it's the 18th of November, 2020. Got another two there. Period is what? Well, if we look at it as the second period and physics with algebra. So same stuff that she was asking. Yes, that's what you put. That's your header part. You have those parts done first, the document name and then your header, right? So what else do we do? We got the title. Courtney just told us that title. It is sprint training. And make sure your titles go in the middle, just like your notes. And you're going to put that center. So let's come here and center it. Next is, of course, what we're about to read out aloud in class. So let me grab as much as I can and put it in the chat. And I'm going to call on, let's see here. Jacqueline, are you able to read? Is your microphone working?
Yeah.
Okay, can you read what's in the chat?
Hello and good day to all future physicists. Please remember that all synchronous problems need to be completed and ready to present tomorrow in class. These synchronous problems have to be completed as homework and will be checked tomorrow in class as well. You want me to read the first problem?
Yes, this is all the way down. I tried to fix it too. So all the way down.
One as an athlete sprint 52.6 meters in 7.7 seconds, stops and then walks slowly back to the starting line in 4.8 seconds. If the direction of the sprint is taken to be positive, what are A, the average sprint velocity, and B, the average walking velocity?
Thank you. Yeah, it broke up in the chat, but thank you. That's 40 points for. I would like another student to read. Let's see if we grab this part, see if it fits. Because you notice your asynchronous problem 2A is similar to the problem we're going to work on.
Mr. Tyler,
Yes?
do we put the hello and good day inside of our doc, or
No.
we just put the problem
The
inside the doc?
problem. The
Okay.
problem.
Can I read it?
Go ahead, Gabe. Is that why you raised your hand? Go ahead. Start with please remember. This is for
Please remember to get maximum credit. All calculation steps for the final answers. To be to the problem need to be uploaded to SB via the same format that we have been using since the start of the quarter. This format is shown in the video. Type to Google Doc, convert it to PDF. Stay safe out there in Zen.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so that's his points. And now we're going to go into the problem. So just like Miss Child, she's staying on track, but she's a little ahead of me. We got to put the exit slip in there, and then I got to get to the problem because that's where she's at. All right, so don't forget that part because you need that for your exit slip points. So I'm going to zoom in for a second. And I'll take this to about 14. You see everything. So you should have this much done, but now we're going to go to our exit slip for today. So exit slip is what? Composed of two things, and it's worth 25 points to its previous assignments. So one is a classroom term of the day. Right? And then also the word of the day. So what are they? Well, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but if you were in Townhouse, where we talk about all the job opportunities, all the things that we're trying to get for you guys out to you, they said it was retention. You need its definition. Definition. Don't just put definition. Find the definition, please. And then what else you got? Classroom term of the day. So your classroom term of the day, if you go back to those brackets in EDSB, if you notice, it says in the brackets, average velocity. All right, so let's type that in. Okay, so we have all these parts. Now our question, that's what she was asking, what actually goes in the document? So if you go to EDSB, or if you look at the chat, it's kind of broken up in the chat. I prefer you to take it from EDSB. You know, you type it in or copy it over. And here we are, right? So let's highlight this for a second. And we have our question. So let's keep going. And don't forget, the definition of average velocity is required. Okay. So both definitions. Don't put the word definition, look it up. Now, what is average velocity? What does that equal to? Right? So if you look it up, usually let students put it in the chat. You just type in average velocity equation. Or formula, I guess. And you'll see these symbols here. And I want to start here because people get confused. Like, what does that mean? And what is that? Because I'm about to use some Greek letters like delta. And this is for velocity. It's actually, average velocity is what you see on the screen there. I wonder if I can copy that and put that in the chat so you can examine that. Nope, just an image. You can't put images in the chat. But the definition of it is this long one. I'm going to give you a simpler definition, though. Okay. Let's see if Courtney, can you read what's there for 20 points? It's a pretty lengthy statement.
Okay. The sum of the initial and final velocity is divided by 2 to find the average. The average velocity calculator uses the formula that shows the average velocity equals the sum of the final velocity and the initial velocity divided by 2.
Thank you, sir. So that's what an average is, right? You have 2 points. You had 3 points should be divided by 3. You have 4 points being added together. This is average, basically. So that's why we call it average velocity. All right, so let's get a simpler definition for it, right? Because we got to do it. You got to use this to calculate things. So we could just say delta, and delta is a symbol. Insert, and don't forget to center your notes like I'm about to. So special characters, and you go to math, and make sure you type in DELTA. Use a Greek letter, and grab a delta symbol. You click on it once, it'll insert it, and that's delta. And what did our equation show? That was delta x, right, for position. So x. And it's divided by, we're going to take another delta, and it's t. Put the delta there, and it's t. There's lowercase t, yep. You can use lowercase x for this as well. Now, you usually write average velocity, let's back up for a second, as, you might not remember when we did this. I'm like, I got new students, so let's slow it down a little bit. Delta, it has inside of it xf minus xi. That's what the delta means. But it simply means change in this case, position. Some people like to see the words of what it means. Divided by, that's what the delta x means. Change in. You see this in just slope calculations too, if you remember from elementary school. Change in, let me maximize this and show you everything. Change in time. That's what delta t means. So let's clean this up for you. All right. So far, so good. Everybody should see that. That's what it literally means. And you write average. This is the mathematical formula. So I should write AVE. And then the way you do it, you can do it in physics, is you say V for velocity. So you can say it like this, or you can use the character you saw on the screen where you have a V with a tilde above it. So I think this is simpler than doing it the other way, as I've seen for some people. So you're just going to drop it down like that, and this is for average velocity. All right, so far so good. Now, how is this measured? You got to talk about the dimensions, right? So for average velocity, you have meters per second, which is equivalent to change in position. That's going to be in position terms of meters. This is divided by seconds. Makes sense, huh? Again, inside of these delta functions, you have this situation, and I want to be clear because this is not all the notes you need. Sometimes you might have XF, XI. Be careful. That's what's inside of delta. So where am I getting all that from? Inside of that triangle, delta, which is a math function you're going to see later in SAT, in work, everywhere, it's average. You have this calculation occurring. You have XF minus XI, because that's what delta X means, everybody. And then what's on the bottom? Well, it should be obvious. It's going to be TF, right, minus TI. Basic mathematics. You gotta comprehend. So let's subscript these because those are mathematical denotations. So what do we got?
Hey, Mr. Tyler.
Oh, hey, Borders. What's going
on? I need to take Courtney Dixon out.
Sure. You want to open the chat before you put something in there for him? There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Is it in there? Did it go?
There it is, right there. Courtney, I need you to meet me on right away on there. Thanks, Tyler.
No problem, sir. So we're gonna subscript all these, right? And well, I mean, what subscript is, you're gonna drop it down like I did earlier with the average velocity. So make sure you subscript these. It looks a lot better. Okay, so we got that taken care of. And again, remember what they measured in. When we read the problem, this won't be confusing. We got two parts to the problem. So let's try to get all this done. I'll come down a few steps and I'm try to set up our known and unknowns. We space this over one side and we tab over an unknown, like what don't we know about the problem, or what is the problem asking you. That's how you handle physics problems. Actually, how you can start cooking real well too. Get your ingredients and then, you know, you set it up the way you need to. Okay, so if I go up here and look at this, it says an athlete runs or sprints 54.6 meters, right? That's a clue. That is a what? Well, think about it. That's an X value. He does this in 7.7 seconds, stops, then slowly walks back to the starting line in 4.8 seconds. Now, remember, this is all in the positive X direction. We would normally do diagrams for this, but I want to get the math out of the way. We'll draw it out afterwards. So let's understand what's happening first. XF, I think I say Aaliyah. You just came to class, okay. I got a marker present. All right. Okay, sorry, right? I just my screen popped and showed Leah Mims was there. I was like, really? Can you put the page so I can see more? Can I put the page up? You mean make it more bigger? I can try, but you're gonna lose real estate, so it's gonna be a lot you're not seeing. What was I saying? So our first value is the 54.6 meters in the problem, right? And we want to understand there's two values there. So okay, hello, Borders.
Courtney's still here, isn't he?
He just came back, I think. I gotta check the people. He left, but it took him a little bit to leave, but I don't
He
see him.
was. Got in.
Hey, I was on the phone with Adamitis. Hold on, Borders. I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, there's Courtney. Okay. Well, Boris is looking for you, Courtney. uh,
My thing kicked me out.
oh, okay. So wait.
Did he
Okay,
put a
yeah. So
cat
what
put a
was
link?
XF? Grab this, and we're gonna bring it over.
Solly, can you open up the chat so I can put the link back in there? I'm sorry.
Go right ahead. Should be activated now. Okay, and then equals. And don't forget, we got to do the same thing, everybody, for our xi value. This got big for some reason on me. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm going to let you stay the way you are. xf equal to, and that's a final value, if you understand that, right? So it's 54.6 meters. That's how far he ran. So that's xf. So it's going to put this down. It's going to be 54.6 then meters. What's next? You have xi, and this is a situation where he's running. Now you got to do one when he's walking because you got to look at the problem. So let's write this out slowly. I'm going to grab xi from here, and it's going to be, let me move this over, change it for you guys. I probably got to make it a bigger font too. There we go. And that's going to be 0 meters, right? It did it on its own. Thanks. That's cool. All right, so let's keep going. This is the situation where we're sprinting, right? I want everybody to understand, because you're like, I don't understand what we're doing here. They're running. And we got to do one more when they're walking. Okay, so we got xf, xi. We need t, tf, and ti, right? So they do it for 7.7 seconds. That gives you the biggest clue right there. You have, so ti, right? Initially, it's 0 seconds. Because it's the start time, end time, right? Down one. Ti, not the wrapper, but the initial time. Format and change that back. There we go. And that equals 0 seconds. Okay. Next we have TF, right? And it was 7.7, I think, seconds from the problem, if you're noticing that. All right. And I'll change this.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, who is that? Ms. Childs, yes.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, can you hear me?
Kylie.
Yes, Ms.
So
Childs.
the way you're doing the yeah. So you the way we was usually doing the numbers and then we I don't know, I just
No, what happened? What was you saying?
because I thought these was numbers right here, so I was putting the ones right there where you doing the SI.
Oh, what you said, the ones were where? You want to share your screen so I can take a look?
Which you remember with the TF and the TI, I was putting the ones because that's how you.
Right. So right, TI is 0 seconds. You understand why?
It's okay, Mr. Tyler. I'll correct it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna correct it.
Okay. All right. So the next one is 7.7 seconds, I think. All right. So it's from 0. It's a time frame. Stops and then walks. Now the walk part comes in part B. This is part A we're doing. Average sprint velocity. So we're going to say, what is our average sprint velocity, or average velocity, basically? And that's going to be measured in meters, like I said before, per second. Come here, and we go. Okay, so now we got all those values. This is our, remember, this is only part A. You got to do it again for part B. And things change a little bit because you're walking back. So let's go through the calculation strategy. Is, maybe I should put this in the notes so you guys can see everything. Maybe that'll help. Strategy is to utilize the average velocity formula above. And then you don't have to do any algebra. I think I made this problem very easily because there's no algebraic steps. You just plug it in once you get the known values correct. So let me grab these notes for you, because you may not be able to see it or whatever the case is. I thought I had it. So look at the time, it's 10:40. We got a few more steps to go. We didn't even get to the drawing or the drawing part. Okay, so I put something in there. Let's see how much went. Yeah, so it's in there now. That's what I have, but you got to edit the same way. Remember, your TIs and your TFs, they have to be subscripted, XI, and things of that nature. Now for strategy, just to get a little bit of it done, you're going to take the equation, which is this equation here, to finish it off. That's why I spend a little time talking about that equation. So put that here, and that's just from the previous notes that we did. We're going to take this down one, and we're going to start plugging in our values. So what do we have here? Well, XF was what? It's 54.6, and that's in meters. What was XI? Well, that was 0 meters, if I remember correctly, right? TF from our known values was 7.7 seconds. And TI, well, it's 0 to 7.7, kind of like, most students be like, man, I can go from 0 to 100, 1,000, or I don't know. It's a range. But when we do this, it changes again, because that's a 0 meters situation for a 0 second situation. So these cross out. Right. Don't get in the habit of thinking, you just always do it that way, because it might change, like you'll see in part B. Not always the same thing. That's what I love about physics. It's never the same problem. Kind of challenges you to always be ready for new problems. So now one, clean the equation up, and you end up with just this in the denominator, 7.7 seconds, and this in the numerator. Okay. So what does that become? Well, let's go ahead and clean it up one more step, and then get ready to calculate. So the seconds and the meters per seconds, they come on the outside, so I'm just going to remove these. That over here, and this goes over here with it. It becomes its own form of dimensions, which is what we was looking for, meters per second. Okay. So now we can just calculate it. I gotta remove this, right? I was supposed to cut that, not copy that. There we go. That looks a lot better. Now we're just ready to calculate the final answer to it. Okay, so what is that going to be? Question mark right here. That's what you have to calculate. Now, you can use Math Papa. Again, in case you forgot what Math Papa is, let's come over here and take a look. Open the tab. You can use your calculator. You can also use Google, but sometimes Google doesn't always give you the right calculation tools like cosine, tan. They're not always there. So, all right. We're going to come here to Math Papa, and I'll put this in the chat for you guys. You have to still calculate. I'm going to say it again, the final answer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the notes that I just performed for you in the chat. Bear in mind, if you copy and paste without editing it correctly, you will lose severe points for it. So try to take your time and edit it the same way it is that is on the screen. All right. So here's the next set of notes. We did our known and unknowns, right? And this is all part A, but I want to give you time to catch up because we still didn't do part B. We're at 10:44. We get out of here at 11:10, and we got share outs. Okay. So part B, before I start the clock, I just want to get you guys started on what you need. Of course, you need the same tool, right, that we talked about. But in part B, we're walking and we're going opposite direction. So he was going positive X, sprinting or running, and then he's going backwards because he's walking back to the start line. So you have to think about these things as a physicist would or a scientist would. So let me start you off, right? You're going to first set up your known and unknown values. So we're going to take this section here that we did, and we're going to set it up for part B. I hope you're paying attention because there's a part A and B in the homework problem or asynchronous problem that's provided. Okay, so what is going to happen here, right? Now it is part B, and in this situation, they're walking. What changes then? Go back to the problem. So it says an athlete, right? We're right here after they say stops. So we did this part in sprinting. Now we have to talk about the walking situation. So then walk slowly back to the start line in 4.8 seconds. So that is going to be fine because this is going to be a duration of TI, right? Because it's time is 0 seconds. And this one is the TF, it's going to be 4.8 seconds. So let's set that up. So it's not 7.7 anymore, right? It's going to be 4.8. And you can leave this the same, but this one changes, I think, right? And so does this one, this XI, because they're walking backwards. So instead of TI being 0 meters, it's going to be the 54.6, and then this is going to be 0. Okay, just once you're getting confused, some things change, and they're not always going to be the same. But what will be consistent always is your use of the equation. So now you're going to have to go through and do the same steps and to see if you get it correct using what I showed you with this equation. And it's in the strategy section. Numbers will change. So let me grab that. And you'll see how in a moment why it's important to follow your steps correctly and never skip a step. So let's put that in there. Now look at what happens. This is 0 meters here, right? And this is now going to be your 54.6 meters. This is not 7.7. This is going to be the 8.4, right? I'm literally using the same method, but it changes because this is walking back, and it's going to turn this equation into a negative average velocity. We got to change the rest of this. 0. This is going to be your 54.6, right? This is your 8.4, and I'll put this in the chat as well, but you have to edit it the same way, everybody. No reason to not get all the credit because you didn't do one or two things. This is going to change to 8.4. And this is now going to be effectively negative 54.6. Same here. All right. And you have to calculate that on your own as well. All right. So let me give you about, it's 10:40. We get out of here, like I said, 11:10. Give you guys effectively 10 more minutes. I'll bring us to 58, and you have share outs. So use this time. Oh, you can put this in the chat, I bet, right? So what is this, the part B part? Let me grab this first. I'm never sure how much fits in the chat anyway. And that's the new setup for part B, walking. Make sure you edit the same way, and then the strategy part to finish it off and get the average velocity for walking back to the start line is this that we worked on, or I worked on for you. Okay? Edit the same. Shouldn't be copied over and say AVV. It should say subscript so it looks like a scientific document. All right, that shows you how to notate it. All right, so 10 minutes. So I can do 10 minutes. We're gonna do 9 minutes. It looks like. So on at least 5 to 6 minutes for share outs. Yes. Courtney, you raise your hand.
No.
Gray raises his hand. Okay. Yeah, just testing the features. I see. I don't know if you have questions or not, or if you're just pressing the wrong button. Just said you raised your hand. So I don't know what that means. If you have questions, okay, let me know. If not, I guess press the wrong button. I don't know. This is gonna take a week of getting used to, I bet. They didn't put nothing on the news about this new feature either. Oh.
That's Tyler. I don't know why I keep kicking me out.
Your internet or something like that. That's the only thing it could be. Lose signal, you did disconnect. Most of you guys, if you're close to a router, it's a better signal. If you're further away, it's laggy. 4 more minutes, everybody. Okay, Jacqueline is emailing me. Let me send her another invite. See if that helps.
Hey, Courtney. Courtney. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We about to go to the other link in a second. All right.
What happened?
We about to go to the other link for the thing.
Yeah.
Just letting you know, just so you don't be caught off guard. That's
Yeah.
You open the chat up so you can put the link back, or you got it already?
Yeah, good point. So he can just directly hit it. But I'll tell you when. Hold on, let me go get the link.
Okay.
Thanks. He left the meeting. What? He already got the link?
I don't know. Maybe. There he is again. Did you need the link, Courtney? Because I think he's trying to get that for you.
Aaliyah, your camera don't work.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I'm about to start with her today.
Okay, so that's the timer for our share out session. Let's see here. Should turn that on, Michael? Here we go. Share screen. Okay, so let's go down the list. Who's ready to start first? Aaliyah, what about you? Were you able to get anything started? Are you on your phone, your laptop? What are you using over there? Okay, I'm gonna come back to her. Adam says working on a website. Courtney, was you able to get anything started? Or is he's probably preoccupied with Rush in a different room. Gabriel, what about you?
Yeah, I can present.
Okay. Oh, Adam was showing something. Hold on. Oh, okay. keeping up with us. Nice. Yeah. Okay. So just finish calculating everything. I guess you got that there. 554 points. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. You got his in class points. Nice. All right. Way to go. Who's I call on? Gabe. I think you. All right. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I was going to expand that. There you go. Okay. Okay. You started on the second problem, huh? Or the homework problem. Nice. Hmm. Okay. Don't forget your definitions for your exit slip and whatnot.
Hey Tyler,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. You can open the chat for a second. Let me throw the link in there real quick.
Sure. All right. There you go.
All right.
So Courtney, I think that's for you. Did it show up? Yeah, it did. Yeah, Rush. Okay. Rush, you're hitting in them, bro. No, Bagarda, you good, man. You're free to go. Great work.
You
You turn
can
this chat
turn it
off.
off.
I'm tripping.
Yeah.
So let me see. I haven't gotten Childs. I haven't got.
Let me get, can I grab that? Because I only got.
Who's that, Gray? Okay. Whoever. Because it's 11. You got 10 minutes of class left, everybody. And these are points. So jump in there. We look at this. Okay, there's Mr. Gray. And okay.
That's all I got, big.
Okay. You gotta do the homework problem. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Be sure to turn it in, dude. I need you to turn in these assignments. Turn it in. Who's next? Gabe, I don't think I've seen yours or Child's. Okay, there she is. Okay, I don't see your document yet. Where? What is she? Okay. You got it now. Oh, all right. You got to edit that up some. It's got to be average velocity subscript. But you got the notes though. Okay. You got. I don't know if you got the rest of the notes for the second strategy part for part B. You got to finish up, of course, your homework problem, asynchronous. So you're free to go. You got your in-class points. It shows you starting on it.
All right.
Who's that? Courtney? Courtney, did you say something? Okay. Child's okay.
Can you put the link in there?
You did the link for what? What Rush did?
I said, can you put that link that Mr. Rush put in there for me?
Yeah. Hold on.
See you Friday, Mr. Tyler.
What did you say?
See you Friday, Mr. Tyler.
Right. We don't have class. Yeah. See you Friday. Are you gonna bring? Do you have report cards to pick up or no? You're new, so it's no, right?
Yeah, I don't
All right.
know.
So see you Friday, right? Be prepared for that quiz, though. These 3 problems will be on there.
I'm going to sleep.
All right. See you later.
All right.
Leah, are you there? Miss Mims? All right. I guess she's gone. Oh, she left.